This message is for all men. It may or may not help somebody, I don't know, but men need to learn how to cry again. Men need to learn how to feel. Men need to go to therapy. Men need to be hugged. It's a lot of men out here who don't cry. They don't know how to feel. They don't know how to allow themselves to be vulnerable. A prime example, me. 6 years ago, I was going through therapy with my psychologist, cognitive processing therapy, right? And as I'm talking to my therapist about my trauma, I'm sitting here, explaining it, talking about it. I feel normal. I'm just talking about it. And he hands me a tissue. He hands me a tissue, and I'm like, "Why are you handing me this?" He said, "Because you're crying." I'm what? He was like, "You're crying. You have tears flowing down your face." I was like, "Man, I'm not crying. What you talking about?" And he said, "Touch your face." I touched my face, and I was literally crying. I had tears coming down, but I didn't feel any of that as I'm talking about my trauma, right? I had disassociated emotionally. My brain was protecting me from my emotion, from feeling what I would feel. And that's a sign of severe trauma. It's crazy that your brain even does things like that to protect you from yourself, from the trauma. In the next session I had with him, as we were talking about some more trauma, the beginning of the session, he said, "I want to try something. Stand up." And I was like, "All right." He said, "Give me a hug." I say, "What?" He said, "Give me a hug." So I gave him a little side hug. He's like, "No, embrace me. Give me a real hug, both arms around me." So I say, "All right, man." I give him the full hug. We held it for about maybe 10, 15 seconds. Then I tried to itch up off of the embrace. He say, "Nah, stay there. Continue to hold me." So I'm like, what, man? What's wrong with this man? So not maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, I get some shit in my throat. I get that it's like a knot in my throat. And I start feeling like I'm about to cry, and I don't know why. I don't know why I got that feeling. And then I started squirming or whatever, and he felt that, and he said, "Let it out." He said, "Let it out." And I don't know why this motherfucker said that. I started bawling, crying, like hugging this man. I started bawling, crying. He said, "I know you needed this." He was like, "You needed a release, and I needed you to get it out." He's like, "You got so much trauma and pain in you, and you've been holding it. You haven't cried." He was like, the last session you were crying, and you didn't even know you were crying. You were talking about some traumatic stuff, and your brain was feeling like, okay, he's in a safe space, so we can break through some cracks and let some emotion out. That's horrible that I did not know how to feel at one point. I didn't know how to cry. I didn't know how to allow myself to be vulnerable. So I say all that to say men need to go to therapy. Go to therapy, cry, be around people who will allow you to be vulnerable. Don't and it's nothing emasculating about crying. It's nothing soft. That's a form of toxic masculinity. Thinking that having somebody tell you, "Stop all that crying," that's not women behavior. That's not girl behavior. That's not soft behavior. That is a human emotion. If God did not want men to have emotions and cry and have tears and feel and hurt, he would not have given men the ability to feel. You are a man, you are a human, you are supposed to feel. You need to cry, you need to release. Crying is healing. A lot of y'all can't heal because you won't even cry. Go to therapy, go talk to somebody, start hugging people, allow people to hug you, get out of this toxic masculinity, cry. When you see some sad shit on the TV, don't hold the tears in. Let it out. When you see some happy shit or you hear some happy news and you start getting that feeling, let it out. "Oh shit, I'm crying because I'm happy for you. Damn, I'm crying because that shit was sad as hell. Damn, like I hate that happened." Let the emotions out. Cry, feel, learn how to feel again. A lot of y'all just do not know how to feel. You can't operate your emotions. You can't even operate your emotions with another human being because you don't know how to regulate and feel yourself. Go to therapy. Learn how to cry. Start crying. Start feeling. Start hugging. Start, embracing. Start just being human. You are supposed to feel. So feel.